Peace and blessings. It's your boy. You already know Muhammad the Mortician, the number one mortician in the nation. Off the imitator, and I see some of you trying to duplicate, but there's only one mortician that's giving you the real perspective from a mortician's point of view. Today, ladies and gentlemen, and dead dummies of the world, I want to talk a little bit about a young child named Melissa Ortega, who was brutally murdered in Chicago. Some of you in the black community probably didn't hear of her murder at the hands of 3 dead dummies, because these types of tragedies don't get talked about or even found to be newsworthy by people of color. If the news didn't cover such sad occurrences, we would never hear about the ongoing violent wars that's taking place in the black community. But because the fact of the matter, young black and brown babies are being shot down in cold blood, this isn't deemed newsworthy, talked about, shared on your social media timeline or news feed. Don't see it. The black community is more interested and concerned about the aftermath, the candlelight visuals. Who's bringing the white balloons for the balloon release ceremony? How many t-shirts to buy with the child name on it or face on it with angel wings? The story that's being reported by the Chicago police is that this young child, whose name is Melissa, and her mother was crossing the street, holding hands, and she was shot in the head and killed by 3 local gang members in broad daylight in Chicago, Illinois. These type of violent crimes take place across the country all day and every day, and particularly the black community. Ladies and gentlemen, and uninformed dead dummies that's watching this video, you should be outraged, mad as hell, and appalled at the behavior of young black men who is out in the community left unattended by zookeepers to terrorize, to kill innocent people with the vast opportunities and resources that's available within the community at large. Many of these criminals want us, the positive role models of the community, to believe there's nothing good out there for them because of the boogeyman, aka the white man. And them living in the ghetto make them prone to violence. The dead dummy will tell you and I there's no opportunities out there for them. The dead dummy will tell you and I there are no jobs out there for them. But you as well as myself, our answer should be, that's a bunch of bullshit. This is something we shouldn't have to accept. Is a black eye and a stain on those of us that's trying to uplift the people in the community. We don't have to, we must come together to get rid of the gangbangers and bloodshedders in the community. There need to be more police officers locking these criminals away. I know some of you ain't gonna agree with that. There should be better parenting. You should agree with that, but you won't. And block associations like the one I had when I was growing up in Jersey City, New Jersey. There's no need to spend countless taxpaying dollars on a bunch of dead dummies, especially if those that do not want to become law-abiding citizens and productive members of society. Listen to me. Melissa wasn't gang affiliated. Listen to me. She was not involved in any illegal actions. Listen to me. She was not associated with wrongdoing. Her only crime was living in a ghetto war zone that's producing killers and non-productive residents. It's quite disgusting, as I close out this video, that an innocent and harmless young body of this child is laying on some funeral home in Chicago embalming table. It's also disgusting, before being put on the embalming table, she was butchered at the Chicago Medical Examiner office as they sliced and diced on her small body. I tell you, morticians of America, let us become the ambassadors for change and help decrease the violence that's plaguing our inner cities of America. Forget the false narrative that Black Lives Matter. In fact, have you heard from them lately? No. Although Melissa is of Spanish descent, I don't care what her nationality is, to be honest. She could have been black, white, gray, purple, blue, Asian, Latin, or even an immigrant. I don't care. This is an 8-year-old child who was murdered by the hands of 3 dead dummies in Chicago. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to hear from you. Leave me a comment or a message. Thank you. It's your boy, Muhammad the Mortician. You already know, guys, the #1 mortician in the nation, and I'm out. Peace.